we got another new toy, another helicopter. We've got the two there ready to go. This one is pretty cool as well. It's a GooSky E2. It's got LiDAR, it's got GPS, return to home. Let's get it unboxed. Let's not mess about because I'm so excited to get into this. Let's just take it out. There we are, quick unboxing. We've got some bits here, all the props and whatnot. But that is a really cool looking scale helicopter. Really good bit of weight to it. It's got the battery in it. So this is a fully ready to fly thing, guys. It's just got the battery, the controller, the rotor blades, the charger, everything all included. So it's got direct drive brushless head, direct drive brushless tail. Let's get it put together, charged up, get it sussed out. Alright, now we got the silliness of the unboxing out of the way, guys. Let's have a better look at what the model's got with it. We've got 4 really nicely detailed scale rotor blades there, because we've got a nice 4-blade head on it. That's going to look mega. We've got the matching 4-blade tail, so that'll go directly onto the tail drive motor there. It's got the washer and the screw with it. We've got a spare main shaft. That's good, it comes with that. A couple of little screwdrivers, cable ties and washers, nuts and bolts to put the props on. Props, rotors, that's what they are. And we've got a little charger. It's great these models are coming with chargers now, because some people, it's maybe their first model. Not in this case, obviously we've got other chargers, but that can be kept in stock. And obviously being ready to fly does come with a controller. Some other YouTubers have commented, as will I now, that it hasn't got an LCD screen, which at this price point is a bit of a letdown really, but we'll see. This will actually take, which I'm going to do in the future, a Spectrum satellite receiver, so I can bind it up to my Spectrum NX10 controller. So we'll look at that in a future video. But basically, same as all the other Flywing type ones, you got your switches for run and stop, you've got return to home, GPS, ATI mode, manual mode, things like that. So we'll get on to all that in a second, and obviously there's going to be a battery gauge LED of sorts in the centre there. So straight off the bat then, that is a really cool looking scale model. Really good bit of weight to it. We'll get some close-up videos of it in a second, guys. The front canopy comes off and the battery slides in there. You've got your LiDAR sensor on the bottom by there. Assuming it's running the same sort of system as the DJI drones, for example, with their sort of optical flow sensors, essentially what the LiDAR is. It will probably only go up to about 10 meters high because it needs to see the ground clearly to get its position hold, so we'll check that. Obviously GPS will have any height on it, manual won't have any control at all or ground sort of sensing, but it assume will still have its sort of leveling type of gyro in there. So let's figure out how we get this canopy off. I think you just squeeze it and pull it off. There we are, just give it a squeeze on the window and it comes off. And there's our battery, already comes with it. So that's a GooSky 1600 milliamp hour 3S battery, so we'll be getting some more of these from Amazon or eBay just to match up, so we've got a few. And like I said, with the satellite receiver, there's little ports on the front there, if you can see those, and it's the second from the right as you're looking at it, and that's where we're going to plug the Spectrum satellite in. So that's a really cool little model. We've got a little sliding door there, look guys, so you can see in the side. So for the next part, I think we're just going to get the battery on charge. We'll get the rotor blades on. That does feel a bit flimsy, not a big fan of that. We'll figure that out. Get the rotor blades on, get the tail blades on, and we'll take it to the field and we'll give it a test on the LiDAR mode, GPS mode, and we'll have a little bash at the manual flying as well. Stay tuned guys, let's get it in the air. Okay guys, we are back at the field with the GooSky E2. We're going to fly it in GPS, we're going to fly it in a vision positioning, and we're also going to fly it in full manual mode. So we're going to see, does the visual positioning let it go very high? I've seen some other videos it stops about 3 meters, so we're going to try that. Give it a couple of little circuits. I'll pop the camera on my head so we can hopefully get some video of it actually flying. And we'll see how it handles. Let's do it. So on the controller at the minute guys, we've got all the switches are up. So that is in G for GPS. The middle switch is V for positioning, and down M is manual flight. We've got the return to home on the top there, so if we click that down it'll return to home, and this one is what's going to unlock the rotors. So we want it in normal mode there. We will unlock the motors, stick down together,
tail rotor will start spinning first, then the main rotors. Then all we're going to do then is gradually ease up on the left stick. Here we are, so that's in a stable hover now, guys. That's in GPS mode. Just show you the transmitter there. So if we just yaw it around to the left a little bit, we can get a bit of a better view. Slide it a little bit closer to us. Quite tricky flying with a camera on a tripod in between you and a helicopter, guys. So that's stood there now on its own in GPS mode. So if we flick the switch into V, that is visual positioning in the middle on the left switch. So that's not going anywhere either. So what we'll do is slide it away from us a little bit. Bit of a breeze today, so if we flick that switch down now, that is going to put it into manual mode. There you are, you can see it's drifting with a breeze. So we flick it back into GPS and that will stabilise it and keep its position for us. So what I'm going to try and do now, guys, if we tip the camera up a little bit, excuse it jerking. So that's in GPS, so that'll go as high as you want it to. So if we click it down once into V mode, that is the vision position sensors. Yeah, that has actually stopped there, guys. I can't go any higher. All the way up. I'll try and get a bit better shot of that on the camera on my peak of my cap. So yeah, that's in V mode. So obviously it won't go very high in that mode because it needs to actually see the ground from which to gain its position. Surprised it did on this grass because there's not really much contrast for the helicopter to judge a position. Alright, so again, let's just pop it into manual mode. So we put it into a hover in front of us there. And we flick it down into manual mode. And it's drifting towards us now because it's got no position lock. It's just basically the flight controller is just keeping it in the air. So again, it'll just drift like a proper toy helicopter, if there is such a thing, not a heli drone in GPS. So we flick it back into GPS mode now. And we send it out there. Surprisingly quiet actually, because these direct tail drives are usually quite noisy. We've got the Roban EC135 450 size next to me, and that tail rotor on that really screams. Quite tricky filming this on my own, guys, so apologies there. We're not doing anything crazy. Just trying to keep one eye on the helicopter, which is more important than the eye on the camera. It does fly very well. Obviously this is in GPS mode, guys, just so we can get a couple of seconds footage for you. Colour scheme of this one really does look cool. Hear that tail rotor screaming. The yaw rate is not actually that bad for one of these GPS ones. That's obviously full yaw there into a spin. That's in GPS. So if we flick it into V mode, that's the same yaw rate. So what happens if we put it in manual mode? It should spin quicker. Oh yeah, way quicker, look. Way quicker yaw rate in manual mode. Just like a non-GPS proper toy helicopter. I like that phrase, proper toy helicopter. Yeah, that's way snappier in that mode, guys. Massive difference. And again, back into GPS mode. Really slow yaw rate. But for new flyers, that's really cool because you can get to grips with flying it as it is. There's a nice safe GPS flyer, exactly like a DJI drone to fly this, guys. And then when you pop it into that manual mode, you're back to flying like a proper toy. The only difference flying these is the throttle stick, even in full manual mode, always goes to the center. So if you're going to try and progress to a bigger one that hasn't got the GPS in it, you're going to have to quickly learn about the full throw of the stick. That being said though, a nicely trimmed out helicopter is usually in a stable hover around about mid stick, which is why these are designed to hover at mid stick for you. One job I am going to try and do next week though is bind this, as I said in my earlier part of the video, to my Spectrum NX10 controller, because I really don't like this little controller and I've been flying everything with that Spectrum, so I want to get used to flying helicopters again with it. So when we get our big 800 size in the air, we're going to be used to the controller for it. So interestingly now, that has just shot up into the air and is doing a return to home, guys. That's not me doing that. There's the controller there, look. I'm not doing that. So if we can just find it. It's caught me on the hop, that did. No warning, no beeps, no lights, no nothing. So the controller is still in my hand there. That is not me doing that, guys. That has decided the battery's flat. I'm going to come and land myself. So while it's there, we might as well put it into lock. So it does actually stop itself and return to home. Great safety feature that, guys.